Hi friends, and happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. I know we enjoyed ourselves over here celebrating our daughter who turned 16 and just enjoying the holiday and spending time together. It is summer break, so I am all smiles over here. So let me go ahead and flip to my budget and let's close out the month. So we planned for a total income of $1,500 coming in at the middle of the month. We actually brought in $1,553, and we started off with a balance for the middle of the month. We had a rollover of $102.97. And so remember, I decided to leave that there because of our daughter's birthday and birthday expenses. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of the way so it doesn't drive me crazy. All right. Now, so as far as our expenses, there was nothing out of the ordinary. Loan number 1 came out for $371.04. Loan number 2 for $586.58. Our Prime membership for $16.25. $370 for Apple Care. $58 for T-Mobile, and then $41.52 for our water bill. So total expenses wise for this part of the month came to $177.09. And so that was $10.91 under what we were expecting, and so that money I just went ahead and added over to birthday spending. So let's go ahead and fill in our bills in debt. So $177.09, and that 9 cents, of course, you know, went to my change for the penny challenge. Now, as far as variable expenses go, we did pretty good. We had $6 left over in fudge. Our dog, we didn't spend all of his money, so we had $32 left over. And then self-care, we had $21 left over. So we had $59 left over there. But then we went over on sundries by $9.36. And then we also, I didn't show it here, we went over on groceries as well by $67, but we pulled that $67 out of spending. So total left over from our wallet, we had $49 remaining, and I added that to birthday and the 64 cents and change, of course, to our coin challenge. So coming back over here, so variable expense wise, we spent a total of $300 for the middle of the month. And then what we added to savings, so we added $50 to our emergency, $50 for our dog, $12 to renewals, and $16 to our April savings challenge. And we finished that challenge, which was also something to be excited about. So let me go ahead and add that total. So savings wise, we added $128. Now, the problem came at the end of this month. We ended up with, and I wish I had the paper here to show you, the car started acting wonky, and so we ended up having to pull money for car expenses. So that added a total of $993, you all, and we did not have that in the budget. So I had to pull from all of our sinking funds in order to take care of that expense. So that was our big budget buster for the month, which means I had to zero out all of our sinking funds. So we are starting again. At first, I was just kind of disgusted, but then, you all, really, I was just thankful that we at least had it to pull so that we could take care of it. So then let's go ahead and recap. All right, guys, so our planned income for the month was $4,568. Our actual income ended up being $4,705.99. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring that number down here. Our bills and debt for both half of the month totaled $3,379.11. Our variable expenses for both halves of the month totaled $1,113. Total we added to savings. Ironically, we ended up having to pull it, but we had initially added $163. And then for birthday, we did spend this money. Anything that was left over, we had $102 remaining from the first half of the month, $102.97, $112.91 from the second half of the month, and then I pulled the money from gifts and from my April savings challenge. So total for birthday, we had $271.43 to work with. And so we were good here. So let's go ahead and check those numbers for the first half, or not for the first half, for the month. So when you take away our bills and debt, our variable expenses, our savings, and the birthday expenses, what did I just do? That's correct. Okay, so I just did that wrong. That's right. So we ended up with 150. Let me draw a line there. We ended up with 150.88 remaining, and then I added in the money from gifts and from our April savings challenges, and that's how I came to this $271.43 to spend on birthdays. So that's what we had there. Now, so the true issue came with the car repair, the $993. So it didn't come out of any of this. It all came completely out of our sinking funds, like I said, and so then we had to zero that out. So yeah, so you all, if you're in the same situation or have been at some point this year, I just want to remind you, never feel guilty for starting again, because sometimes that's just what you have to do, and that's what we had to do in this case. So then, as far as our goals for the month, let me flip back because I didn't record those over to the second half of the month. But our goal was to finish our April savings challenge, which we did, so we can check that one off because we did get to use that for birthdays. Our goal was to limit eating out to only once a week. We did stick to that. Very proud of that. Our goal was also to post 3 times a week on Instagram. I did do that. And then as far as adding to savings, we weren't able to add 115 to emergency, and we weren't able to put in extra 50 towards that personal loan. Now, if you listen to my budget with me, you know that we had to completely change up the budget. And so we won't be able to add those set amounts right now. So you all, we're just going to be adding whatever we can to our savings. So even though we're saving small, still dreaming big and trying to reach our goal, our ultimate goal of just being debt free. So that is it for the month. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button and comment down below and let me know how your budgets ended up for the month of May. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks for spending time with me today.